So I'm back in the shop, getting ready to cut these on the angles I need to get them into a ring. So I have to cut off an angle here and here, and then I will be able to glue it into a ring. First I'm going to do a sample one, make sure it works right, but I got to put a stop block in here, and I got to get this thing marked out just right. So I'll turn the light on, so I apologize for the brightness of it, but I don't have the height in my ceiling to put the lights up any higher. So I put a little mark on here. I think it was like 3.5/16 over. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, 3.5/16, which works out to 7/32, I believe it is. And I line that up right here so that it's, let me get this set up again. So that it touches like that. And then I put this stop block over here to mark it. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is, just to make sure things work right, I'm going to make a center line where the two halves are. Right there. And then I'm going to, excuse me, did that wrong spot. Okay, put this back over here. Make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah. Clamp it and then mark it. Okay, so if I take this off and I flip it around, that marks me, and it is. So now I need to cut these on an angle. I got the blade set to 15 degrees, beveled in. I got my rig set up here. I got to lower my blade down so I don't run into anything like mice. And we need it to be just above these. Alright, right there should do it. That way I don't hit this. Pull this back, stomp it in there, make sure this one's tight. Let's go for it. Now I gotta measure, because the back of this needs to be 1 inch. So we gotta make sure we're at 1 inch. And I think we're gonna be a little bit strong. We are. Actually, I need to be 1 and... come on, slide. I think it was need 1.25 inch, or 1 and yeah, it was 1.25. So that's, looks like it. So we're set. This was a test block from the other batch of the ones over here. Now these are the ones I need to cut now. Alright, so we're going to get all these cut and angle the camera down a little bit better towards the table saw. Alright, here we go. see dust collection works really well on this thing. It doesn't suck. Trying to get the air through. Alright, so we can get this sled off. And I can get my table saw set back to 0. Let me show you how that's done. So I have this little, put on here to this thing, see what I'm doing here. I have this little gauge, tells you when something's level. And it should show you that is 0. If it's not, you can 0 it like that. You put it on the blade, shows you it's the 75 degree, I think. I gotta turn it up by here a little bit higher. And off, first off. Raise the blade up so it's not sitting on the teeth. And it should show you that it's 75 degrees. Look at that, 75 degrees. That means it's a 15-degree angle. It's 90 minus 15 is 75. And so now I'm going to turn around so I can read it. And I'm going to get down here really low. I'm going to unlock the angle wheel, which is really stiff for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. And then we're going to crank this thing up till it says 90. It'll go to 91. There's 90. Now let's make sure it's 90. 0. 90. Perfect. Tighten down the screw, make sure it doesn't change. Okay, we're back to dead 90. Turn this off, store it. Lower the blade down. That's what we do up in the air right now. So you can see each one of them has got a 15-degree cut in between them now. And then we'll probably use the tape thing and roll these up with tape into a circle. But I will do that in a day or two because I got to go through and sand all the surfaces on these and make them all nice and flat. Get rid of all the fuzzies. Once I sand them and get rid of all the fuzzies, when I put them together, as you can see, they're on a slight angle to each other. When I get them all set together, it should make a perfect ring, just like one of these, because these are all 15-degree angles. If I hold this up there to it, if I can hold it to it, while holding it in its 15-degree angle, it should, two sides should line up, and they do perfectly. So anyway, I will be back in a little bit, and we will actually get these things glued up and into a ring so that we can get this project done. I've been working on it for probably a month now since I got the cup, maybe a month and a half, but other projects keep coming in, like the little stool I just made today. So I will get back after this. We will glue it up here in a little bit. I gotta go do a couple of little projects real quick, and then I will come back down and do it. So I'm back in the shop again. It's been like an hour break. I went and got something to eat. Got my sanding block. Got my pieces I need to fix, or get rid of the fuzzies on. So I'm sanding all these edges down so they're smooth, so the thing will go together. I'll move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Get them all sanded smooth and flush so that they will fit together nicely, and in a second here we will get some tape out and glue them together. So I stretch out a piece of tape here on the table, and it's really hard to get it flat like that where it won't stick to my hands, and I start lining these things up and having to check the back side to make sure they're lined up, because the outside's what I need to make sure is lined up the best, because that's what's going to show on the cup. After a few seconds here, I realize I need to have a little bit stronger glasses, so I'm going to get up and go get some glasses that are a little bit stronger so I can see the lines better. And I'm going to continue putting these together, getting the tape down there. As soon as I get them all on here, I will put a second layer of tape at the top, and you'll see that in here in a second as soon as I get the last one in here. And that one was a little crooked, so I had to change it. Get the second piece of tape down, didn't make it long enough, put a longer piece down, lifted these all up, sat them on top of the other tape, pushed them all down solidly, and then we started adding glue. I'm going to push it down in with the paddle, glue paddle, and then I will roll it up into a complete ring. And we're going to hope that that worked. All right, so I got to go get a couple clamps. Should have had them here already, but I didn't. Those aren't even nearly big enough, Daryl. Need bigger clamps. All right, I got a bigger clamp here. Get in here, get my other glasses on. All right, we're gonna let that set for about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes, and we will come back and unclamp it and see if we have a success or a disaster. Like I said, lining them up is gonna be tough because they are not all straight. I don't know where I went wrong on that, but we will see. So I'm back in the shop. It's been about half an hour. I'm going to unclamp this and see if we have a disaster or a success. Into the tape. Getting the tape off is always the fun part, especially when you use the metal straps, because the metal straps cut into the tape, and then you have breaks in the tape. And you have a mess. All right, let's take a peek at this and see how we look. Need to find a way to mark it so I can remember when I've gotten back around. Okay. Okay. Put that back over there. That's a good match. Good match. Good, good, good. A little bit off there. That's probably where the two came together. Not too bad, though. A little bit off there. Not too bad. I'm not going to call it terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I now have a segmented ring that's way too big for the project I want to make it for. So it'll be used for something else, but I have to start all over because the inside of this, it looks like it's wider than the project I was going to use it for. I need to get a tape measure to measure it. So I'm going to see if it's too big. And this is a 2 7/8 Forstner bit, and it's supposed to drill out the inside of it. And as you can see, it fits completely through. So I got to redo this ring over. So I took my segmented chevron pattern ring over to the lathe, and I turned it so that the top and the bottom are flat and round and smooth. And I checked all the intersections where everything hooks together, and it looks fairly good. But the problem is it's a little bit too big on the inside. This inside part needed to be a lot smaller. Let me get the cup and show you why. I'm going to set my microphone on top of the camera for a moment. All right. So this is the mug I'm trying to make. It's made by Rockler, or made for Rockler, not sure which. Get it opened up here. And as you can see, it has a lip around it. And inside that lip, this thing needs to fit. Here's the problem. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Goes completely through. It needs to be tighter on here so it sits kind of like that and actually sinks down in a little bit more. So, this is a fail. I have to remake it. 2 weeks of work, after work and on weekends, of making this ring is a fail, unfortunately. Now, being as it's a fail, it's not a total failure. This is a ring I use for a coffee sleeve. This is the ring, the segmented ring. You can see that's a little bit smaller. If I make more rings like this, that size, I'll be able to use this for another project. Probably like another little, either a smaller utensil holder or a bigger pencil holder than I've been making. The pencil holder has been worked off this size. This is bigger. This is the right size for part of the coffee sleeve. It goes that far. Now, it is big enough, you can see the lip there, if I have it even. It is big enough to use for this. So we will get back on making another chevron ring somewhere in the future. I will turn this along with other segments that I have to make and glue into rings and make something out of it. But for now, it's a fail. Anyway, if you like this video, even though it was a fail, and you like my videos, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, because if you hit the notification bell, you get notified when new videos come out, or any kind of content comes out. It may be wood turning, maybe making a table, a step stool, could even be in the bike room, making something in the bike room. So if you like it, and you subscribe, and you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when new videos are out. And after all, I mean, that's what I'm here doing. I'm just making videos to entertain you guys. And that's about all I got for right now. Thanks for watching.